Welcome to AC 24/7. I'm Aaron Dean. Negotiations to extend the current truce in the Israel-Hamas war continue as more hostages are released. However, concerns remain for those still in captivity if fighting resumes. The Advocate Channel's Laura Aguirre has the latest.
It is going in a positive environment, and that is what led to the extension of this, hopefully to another extension.
Qatari negotiators say they're optimistic day 6 of the truce won't be the last. So far, dozens of Hamas-held hostages have been freed, mostly women and children. Scenes of joyful reunions held against a backdrop of rising fears for those still in Hamas control.
There's still many hostages that haven't been released and are not home with their loved ones.
Believed to be still held in Gaza are members of the Bibas family, which includes the youngest Israeli hostage, a 10-month-old boy, and his 4-year-old brother.
We don't even know if that family is even alive. I wake up and that's when my nightmare starts.
The Israel Defense Forces are assessing Hamas claims, made without evidence Wednesday, that the mother and 2 young sons were killed in an Israeli airstrike, the status of their father unknown. IDF forces were also on the move this week, their tanks rolling into a Palestinian refugee camp on the occupied West Bank Tuesday, conducting, they say, counterterrorism activities in the area. With the truce ever fragile, many hostage families say they continue to focus on 2 things: peace and freedom.
It gives us hope to see that this framework is working. We really hope to continue seeing people coming home to their loved ones where they belong.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Meanwhile, more humanitarian relief from the United States continues to make its way into war-torn Gaza. The United States is sending more than 54,000 pounds of food and medical supplies to Egypt, where volunteers then transport the supplies to Gaza. 2 planes have already arrived with supplies, and another is expected to come in a few days. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan says President Biden is committed to sustaining and expanding the international humanitarian response. New York City Mayor Eric Adams says that the city has helped thousands of migrants fill out legal applications. The city's asylum application help center opened this summer. Since then, they have helped people fill out more than 7,200 asylum applications and roughly 2,900 work authorization applications. It's also helped process 2,900 temporary protection status applications. The mayor will open 2 additional satellite locations. Adams is calling for more federal funding. Actor Jonathan Majors' trial for assault and harassment is underway in New York City. This all stems from a March 25th domestic dispute involving his former girlfriend, Grace Jabari. Now, Majors pled not guilty to charges of assault and aggravated harassment. The former girlfriend claims that Majors struck her in the face with an open hand. She also says that he put his hand on her neck, and according to a counter-complaint filed in June, Majors says that he was assaulted by her. If you're taking Mounjaro or Ozempic to lose weight, you need to listen up. A large study using 18,000 people found that users of the diabetic drug lost more weight and were more likely to meet specific weight loss targets than those using the competitor Ozempic. The drugs are prescribed to treat type 2 diabetes, but they've gained new popularity because they may also help people lose substantial amounts of weight. It's important to note that the study has not been peer-reviewed or published in a professional journal, and it looked only at doses approved to treat type 2 diabetes. Thanks so much for joining us for AC 24/7. For more, go to theadvocatechannel.com and subscribe on the Advocate Channel YouTube page. I'm Aaron Dean, and we'll see you next time.